As the Cookie Crumbles was so interesting. I thought that the format was super unique, that it was so much more than like a music video. It was truly a film, a story that incorporated music. Um, and I loved that it was all black. I loved the story that it was telling. I loved the conflict that was there. I felt like there were some really real um, human moments there where, especially between the man and the second woman, the nurse, when he was comparing the death of her partner to the loss of his. And you could see, like, the performances were just fantastic. And you could see that, like, she was so hurt by what he was saying and angry and felt disrespected. And he was like, no, you don't understand. And he was, yeah. And that moment was so ripe, and she could have kicked him out, but she didn't. She allowed him to stay, and she gave him that chance. And it was said that was such a big moment. That was such a high stakes moment, and she took it. And then that sweet like morning coffee after. It ends on this note of hope, and I feel like it was really well told. It was really well directed. It was very very well performed by the actors, and it was just such a delight to watch. I think that the filmmakers should be very very proud of themselves.
As the cookie crumbles, this was just absolutely amazing. One of the things that the filmmakers absolutely, well, more than one, but one of the things that I loved that they nailed was how they shot in low light and what they did with the lighting, how they made those colors pop. Like you could see the sky at twilight and, the warmth of the street lamps. And they really, really used that to their advantage. The other thing that the filmmakers did right was their cast of actors were absolutely incredible. They were so engaging and so believable that you are on board with them through from the beginning right through until the end of this story. And I love the way that the filmmakers told the story. That's the third thing. They had this story evolve in such a way that was just artful. It was really well crafted, and it was very emotional. It was very, very heartfelt. Yeah, I loved it. Oh, music. There's the other thing that they got right. The music, just the songs in general that they used. I loved the way that they were doing a duet, and their voices kind of, they were so compatible with each other. It was such a pleasure to listen to the both of them, and they had similar timbres to them that flowed so well. I loved it. I thought it was great.
Well, first of all, it's really neat to see a musical, a small independently produced musical film. And it's just, we don't see a lot of musical films. And to see somebody doing it on their own as an independent filmmakers, it's really nice. This is a really neat, really well done piece. The music was great. The performances were great. It had a really nice through line of story. Yeah, I love the dance number at the beginning. Yeah, the songs and the actors and the performances were all were very terrific. It was nicely done. So it was nicely written. It was nicely edited, put together, nicely directed, nicely shot. And all the actors, the performers, singers, the dancers, all did a great job. It was really, really nice. So yeah, I'd be interested to see, if you wanted to expand this into a feature or perhaps do a feature-length stage production of it. Yeah, no, it was very, very nice. So yeah, congrats on getting this done and doing a nice job on it. I hope it gets out there, gets seen.
As the Cookie Crumbles is a really heartfelt, sad, but also warm and joyful portrait of connections in the breaking of old ones and the forming of new ones. In the way that it deals with endings like death and breakups is really tender and really affecting. But then, also the way that it charts this new relationship, the beginnings of this new relationship, has real joy to it. So it manages to balance the highs and the lows of relationships and life itself really well. And I think this is helped also by great music, the really delightful kind of inventive choreography, Some brilliant editing, great use of match cuts, really cool. Um, split screen stuff, like, looked great. And I also loved, how it was willing to sort of jump around in time and use quite complex storytelling techniques. It really just felt like it was trusting the audience to keep up, and that just made the whole thing even more rewarding.
As the Cookie Crumbles might be my favorite that I've seen so far. Um, I like the story that it told. It felt like a musical. It felt like a Hollywood old-fashioned style musical, but with black people telling black stories. And I rocked with that. I rocked with that. I like the music. I like the choreography. More than anything, I like the story. I like the acting. I like the situation that bro was in, that the bro was in with the first girl and then also the second girl, and how they worked through all of that. And like, it was a good romance, yo, or good relationship type film, and I was rocking with it. I was rocking with it. More please. Great job.